My brother's girlfriend claimed her husband died in combat. Then I invited him to the wedding. Rachel moved in with my brother Jake 6 months ago after her husband died serving in Afghanistan, complete with a folded flag ceremony and widow's benefits checks arriving monthly. She had military photos covering her apartment, wore dog tags around her neck, and sobbed every time someone mentioned Memorial Day. My entire family fell for her tragic backstory. Mom was constantly bringing her casseroles, Dad offered to pay for grief counseling, and Jake treated her like precious glass. She was planning their dream wedding with his life savings, talking about how her late husband would have wanted her to be happy again. I thought she was the perfect grieving widow until I saw her dead husband very much alive, pumping gas at a Shell station 3 towns over. I followed him to a construction site where he was working under the name Michael Torres. When I approached him and mentioned Rachel's name, his face went dark. She told people I was dead? He asked, pulling out divorce papers dated 8 months ago. Turns out Rachel had been collecting widow's benefits while he was alive and working after she faked his death to insurance companies and the military. She'd forged death certificates, staged memorial services, and even had fake condolence letters written. Michael explained that Rachel had drained their joint accounts and disappeared one day, leaving him with massive debt and a destroyed credit score. I've been trying to find her for months, he said. She owes me $85,000. But when I started digging deeper, I discovered Rachel's scam was much bigger than just Michael. She'd been married to 4 different men over the past 6 years, faking each husband's death to collect benefits before moving on to the next victim. There were Jason from Texas, Kevin from Florida, and Daniel from Oregon, all supposedly killed in various military operations, all very much alive when I found their social media profiles. She had a system: marry military men, drain their accounts, fake their deaths, collect benefits, then find the next target. My brother was just the latest mark in her elaborate con game. When Rachel realized I was investigating her, she didn't try to run. Instead, she escalated by calling the police and my parents, claiming I was having psychological episodes and seeing dead people. She told everyone I was stalking her, making up stories about her deceased husband, and needed psychiatric help. She even scheduled an intervention at our house, complete with a crisis counselor who recommended I be committed for evaluation. My family started looking at me like I was losing my mind, and Jake threatened to cut me out of his life if I didn't get help. Rachel was systematically destroying my credibility while planning her wedding to my brother. I knew I had one shot to expose her, so I contacted Michael and convinced him to attend the wedding. We planned everything perfectly. He would wait outside until the officiant asked if anyone objected to the union, then walk down the aisle in his military dress uniform. The wedding day arrived, and Rachel looked radiant in her white dress, holding a photo of Michael in his combat gear as her something borrowed. When the pastor asked if anyone had objections, I nodded toward the back of the church. Michael walked down the aisle in full uniform, and Rachel's face went white as a sheet. But instead of confessing or running, Rachel reached into her bouquet and pulled out a small pistol, pointing it directly at Michael while screaming, "You're supposed to be dead! I shot you!" The entire wedding erupted in chaos as she admitted she'd actually tried to murder Michael before faking his death, but the gun had misfired and she'd assumed he died from his injuries. Michael had survived and been recovering in a military hospital while she collected death benefits and planned her next con. Rachel was tackled by 3 groomsmen and arrested for attempted murder, fraud, insurance fraud, and bigamy across multiple states. Rachel is serving 25 years in federal prison, and Michael got every penny of his money back.